In this last section for Chapter 9, we are going to work on some translating and problem-solving problems. So some of these different terminology should look familiar. We talked a little bit about this in one of our previous sections in the last chapter. But just to kind of remind you, when we're thinking about our different operations, whether we're thinking about addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, we do see different keywords that do pop up frequently. Notice that in this table, unlike the table in previous sections, I've also indicated a row where we're talking about parentheses. When we're thinking about these parentheses, we're going to see not just the word sum or difference, but the word sum of or difference of. Throwing this extra word of in actually means a big deal. And it's not just the word of, because sometimes of means multiplication, right? But it's this whole phrase in one piece that we're looking at. Right? So as we're going through and looking at these next few translating problems, we're going to want to be referring back to this list. So we're going to use the keywords above to translate the English sentences into algebra, and then if we can, and if we need to, we might do a little bit of simplifying to finish these off. All right, so a number increased by 7. Well, increased by means addition, so I'm going to write x plus 7. A number decreased by 9. Right? My number, x, decreased by 9 means minus 9. 5 less than a number. Less than is a weird one because it actually changes the English to math phrase that we're going to see. What this means, if we're less than a number, that means that that number has to come first. So our number, our x, is going to come first. 5 less than that is going to be minus 5. Pick any variable that you prefer. I'm just choosing to use x's for a lot of these. The difference of a number and negative 1. X difference means minus. X minus negative 1. This is a case where we could simplify a little bit. Right? Our minus and negative 1 actually turns into a plus 1, so we could simplify that to x plus 1. The product of negative 5 and a number. Negative 5 times x. Feel free to use a multiplication symbol if you want to, or just write it as a coefficient. 5 more than double a number. I'm going to write 5 plus 2x. 5 more than double a number is 2x. 3 less than a number times 7. Again, remember, less than switches our English. Right? So a number times 7 is going to be 7x. 3 less than that is going to be minus 3. All right, for H and I, notice that we see the sum of and difference of. Right? So not just the word sum or difference, sum of or difference of, which means we're going to use parentheses. 2 times the sum of a number and 9. So our 2 is going to go out front. Inside our parentheses is going to go our number and 9. Since we see the word sum, we're going to put a plus sign in there. So we get 2 times x plus 9. All right, we could simplify this one using our distributive property. Right? 2 times x is 2x. 2 times 9 is 18. Negative 5 times the difference of 11 in some number. And we're going to put 11 minus, because it's a difference, x in there. Again, we could simplify if we wanted to and distribute. Negative 5 times 11 is negative 55. Negative times negative is going to give us positive 5x. Right, so when we're thinking about translating, we're using our keywords that we saw in previous chapters. We might do a little bit of simplifying, and then in the next couple of examples that we're going to look through, not only are we going to be translating, we're actually going to be writing equations instead of just expressions and then solving those equations.